we normally think of these things as like there has to be like a big event in our life for it to like go sideways. But actually, I think when I see people, and like Brianna, you're such a good example, and I think we know each other well enough that you'll permit me to take your example. But like when I see people whose bodies have like adapted like a lot, so like when I think of like a really sort of deep curvature in the spine, or like a hip or shoulder that just literally does this like 24/7, for me it's the types of events I'm describing. So like the sleeping, the car drive, the work, the sitting, your feet, the kind of the shoes we put our feet in, like all of these things are actually, I think, what compound those bigger things exponentially, because those are the things that we do every single day, every single day, right? And then on top of that, we go work out, we do all of these other things. So it just made me think of you guys, because I think on everyone's mind after this program would be like, well, when did it all start for me? How long is it going to take for me to feel different? How long does it take so and so versus me? How come I don't feel the shakes as much as somebody else? Um, I still have symptoms and it's been like 5 days, 6 days. It can be such a different series of questions, but it literally goes down to like that one fundamental thing is there's no way of knowing how much junk you have in your trunk until you actually start doing the work. Does this make sense?
Yeah, it's just for me, it's the frustrating part is the knowledge you have. Like, so I know a lot of people get scoliosis, like things happen and then they're, the curve starts and whatnot. I was diagnosed at 9 with scoliosis, so I've had scoliosis my entire life, and it's just progressed, and I was never braced as a child, even though I was supposed to be braced. And I was never braced as a child, so it just progressed. And then, pregnancy, it progressed even worse. And I have like
Mm-hmm.
it progresses at like 2 degrees every year. And I have 3 curves in my back. And so my body has compensated all over the place. And I can't tell you how many doctors I've gone to. And what frustrates me is none of them have the knowledge you have. And none of them have, it's always let's brace or have surgery. I'm at surgery stage. So let's brace or you have surgery, brace or you have surgery. And I'm like, when you say all I thought was compounding when you were talking about all the different things, because my body has completely adjusted for the curve so I can stand upright. My organs have shifted, everything. And then on top of it, the stuff you're talking about, the shoes I wear, the way I sit, the way no one's ever addressed any of that. My posture, no one's ever addressed any of that. And I'm talking chiropractor after surgeon. And then they get upset with you when you tell them, I know there's a better way than cutting into me. I know there's a better way. My body can heal. I know there's a better way. So I had to do my own research. I found you because I started doing my own research. I'm in the United States, and my research took me to Germany, where they actually do physical therapy for scoliosis. They don't here. And they just do surgery and brace. And so on this journey, and I'm 50, and mind you, I've been diagnosed since 9. I don't recall a day of my life without pain. And so, so I've constantly been going to doctors, talking to people. And I had a girlfriend who literally sent me you. She sent me your page. And I was like, what a novel concept. I'm going to try it. It's okay. But what I want to say before you left off is because of the compounding and living life the way you were describing, the way you were sleeping and all that, and how it hurts. So I'm doing the same thing. So it's making it worse and worse and worse. Still going to doctors who are also making it worse. I've never had relief. It's only been a week with you, and I've already felt more relief than I felt in 49, or let's see, 50. So since I was 9, yeah. So all this time, this is the most relief I have ever felt. And I'm talking going to chiropractors at certain points in my life daily, getting injections in my back, all kinds of things. And I've had relief in a way that I can't describe. I'm going to be telling everyone I can about you, because when people say they have scoliosis, I don't usually meet people who have scoliosis to my extent. And when I go to chiropractors and they get my x-rays, they usually say, they're honest and tell me they're not sure how to actually treat me because they haven't had anyone to my extent. And so I'm kind of like a guinea pig, I guess, in there with them. And in person. You're in Kenya and I'm in Los Angeles, California. I'm on a computer. You haven't even touched me. You haven't adjusted me. You haven't done anything physically touching. And I've had more relief than I've had this entire, in like 41 years. I'm not joking. And this has been a journey for me, so much so that I have the issues I told you about with depression and anxiety, all those things. It makes me want to cry. I'm not going to cry right now because then I won't be able to do this. And I've been fighting myself because generally when I start feeling this, at this point in my life, when I start feeling the pain, and sometimes the adjustment is too hard to get through, and the doctors have already told me things like, they say things like, basically, you have to get the surgery, you're going to die, you have to do this, or you can't have a kid, you can't carry a kid full time. I'm like, yeah, okay, watch me. So I have my kid, and there's so I'm determined to do things, but certain things I just want to stop because it hurts so much. I just can't. So I don't move forward. And this time, with what I read on your page, because I have all the things you listed, like TMJ and scoliosis, I have a sciatica in my leg. I mean, all the different ways my body is compensated and then cause even more problems. Sometimes I just want to sit down. I just want to give up. And this time you were just like, just do it. Just try. I'm like, okay. But because what you said, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this because this is different. No one else has ever approached me in this way. Everyone else's methods were kind of similar and they all came from the same mindset or the same education and kind of similar. I've never had this much relief and it's only been a week. I can't wait to see what, in months, how I'm going to feel, to be able to walk and be able to live life without being in pain, or at least to know what to do to make the pain less. I don't even know what to anticipate. I don't even know how I might end up being, but just where I am right now has been worth it financially, just where I am right now. So anything above this is like icing. I'm very, very excited. So, and I work in the health and wellness field. I'm more on the crunchy side. I tend to go against the traditional ways of doing things, even with my training, because the standard training hasn't helped me at all. So I'm always looking for alternatives. And I'm so excited to have found you. I don't know, more people. You need to train more doctors because this is ridiculous. It's just been a week. You need to train more doctors, more body workers. There's so many people in pain, and it just affects your quality of life day to day. I've missed out on a lot, and I'm excited about the living I'm going to be doing in the second half of my life just because of your program. So I just had to say that. Because I can see that it's going to be great. So thank you. And thank you for making this virtual. Because when I saw your page and I told my mom, I sent your page to my mom, the body like butter page that explained everything. I sent it to my mom and I told her, I don't know how, but I'm going to figure out how to get to Kenya because I have to get to Kenya. So next vacation is going to be in Kenya. I'm going to figure this out. And then, and then it was like, okay, wait, this is a virtual program. So don't be surprised if I still figure out how to get to Kenya. I'm going to be knocking on your door. Hey, can you help me for a week? I'm here for a week. So just thank you. Perfect. Did we lose her again? Oh, there she is. Okay.
No, I was just
So and I will write a review on your page and all that kind of stuff. Video it. I will do everything, like whatever you need. And it's only been a week. So I'm excited and I'm willing to push through this the way it doesn't feel good to get to the end results because I trust what you're saying. And I don't trust a lot of doctors because they have not helped me at all. And I'm talking surgeons. And I've gone to like the best ones, who brag about my father had the surgery. My father was I don't even want to end up the way my father ended up in the end of his life. I'm not trying to do that. So I'm excited.
Sorry, I get I don't know whether it's lack of sleep from yesterday, but wow. Can I just send you like a virtual hug? So the thing is, I know there was a particular moment, I think it was in day 2 or day 3, and I pushed you a little bit hard, and I was like, I swear to God, if she could reach out and punch me, she would fucking punch me right now. But
I appreciate that you understand that. It doesn't bother me. I'm like, okay, she knows she's irritating me.
Yeah, but I think there's
and I'm still going to do this.
there is a knack in which when you push someone, you better fucking have proof that what you're trying to get them to do works. When you push someone and you push them into the verge of like more fucking pain, I can understand why people start to lose confidence, why people think that the shit they're being told is just full of shit, why people then stop trying, why they lose hope, why they literally reside and start believing that what's happening to them is just their fate. I am a full believer in fate and God and your higher power and whatever references that you use, because I have been in places where, fuck me, I've wanted to like not be alive. Just FYI. And there is a large part of my life and part of me that believes that everything that's supposed to happen to you will happen in exactly the way it's supposed to. But one thing I don't fucking believe is the body is impossible to change. If that were true, and this is, I think, what people have been led to believe because the system and the way people are trained is the way that they are trained, then how is a woman with your body type, your level of pain, how did she still give birth? My first question. When we break bones, how come bones heal? Like, just think of that phenomenon. So if you're telling me a bone can heal on its own, why is it that muscles can't change how they interact with that bone? It doesn't make any physiological sense. We have control for as long as we are living and we have function of our brain and our nervous system and we can feel like sensory input, we can change the way muscles work. 1000%. And if you want basic proof, you see women or men who lose like 80 pounds, right? Their bodies look different. So this is the same thing. It's just, I'm not a fat loss coach. I'm a body coach, whatever. I don't know, whatever I call myself, posture coach, whatever. I basically help you restructure your body. So it is 100% possible. And I will push you. And I will be honest with you. I had a really like honest conversation with Shubham because he's like, well, I feel a little bit like inflamed. I can't sit because he's got the sciatica inflammation. He's got the compress. And I said to him, I said, there's no way of me knowing where you were like 30 years ago, what's under the trunk. I can't be with you every second of every single day to tell you that what you're doing should be changed or whatever. I can only be in the room with you at this particular moment in time. And during that time, I'm hoping I give you even just a little bit of relief. If I'm giving that and you're getting that, that means you need to double down and you keep doing the work and eventually it will start happening. Everyone's level of onion layers is different. I cannot say that yours is going to be today, tomorrow, next week. If I give those predictions, then I'm being a little bit more than human.
I just can't imagine if I had had what you are talking about, if my mom knew about you when I was a child, instead of all the doctors who were like, we need to brace her, and I was an athlete. And that would be like, it would have destroyed my life at that time. I was so young and that's all I cared about was being an athlete. And I'm going to brace you. If they had known about you, then, you know how many children, you need to train doctors. I feel like you pushed me to do this. I swear I'm going to be sending doctors to you. So I'll push you to train doctors. You need to train doctors because
and I piss them off.
They always get upset when I brought them books from Germany and was like, see what you can do with this. They don't want to hear it. They're trained. They know everything.